Major news in the real estate and housing industries. You've probably by now heard Burnett versus NAR. It's a lawsuit case that is out there and was just announced as settled. So NAR, the National Association of Realtors, versus a group of home buyers out of Missouri, and they've been fighting over commissions and some different rules about transparency and whether or not fees and commissions are being disclosed to the buyer. So, in summary, the case itself was a complaint by a group of home sellers in Missouri who alleged that commission rates are too high, buyer brokers are being paid too much, and NAR, the National Association of Realtors, rules lead to fixed pricing. So the case has been settled, and effectively, that kind of gives these Burnett buyers in Missouri a win. And so the big news, big headlights that you're seeing now are 6% commissions are gone. So is that the case? Is that really true? Is the big real estate commission, uh, all that speculation going to create waves, and how, as a buyer and someone trying to look to buy a home, or maybe even a professional trying to sell a home, how's that going to affect you? So, in my opinion, um, the biggest thing about this case is that the real estate commissions are not going to be disclosed on the MLS. So right now, if you're an agent, you go on the MLS, you see that one house over here is offering you 2.5% commission. The other house over here, those sellers and that listing agent, they're offering 3% commission. So we're agents steering them away from the 2.5% commission to the 3% commission, regardless of whether or not which house is best for their client, right? That's a big piece of this case. And so they're saying now that the commissions are not going to be disclosed on the MLS, but really technically only a portion of the commission has been being shown on the MLS, and that's for the buyer's fee. And so any seller fee that's coming from a licensed agent, right, that listing agent, what they're getting paid, that's already been negotiated and disclosed from the agent to the sellers. And so they're saying basically that that's kind of what's going to have to happen on the buy side. So it could create some unintended consequences of buyers potentially having to pay their agents out of pocket, right? Needing more cash to be able to close on a new home, because agent commissions are never going to be a part of the mortgage. So unless they change the mortgage laws, you're not going to be able to roll that agent commission into your loan. And so that is a potential unintended consequences. But um, for a long time, you've got other things that have kind of come in and did the commission side of the industry, right? Discount brokerages. They've kind of come in and affected buyers agents in a lot of ways. Some people will come in and, like the Redfins of the world and different places where they don't charge as much, or they give them a package deal. And so you're not making as much as a realtor for a buyer's agent. Some agencies actually do a salary or $1 an hour where they're getting paid just to go and kind of open homes and be an order taker in that sense. And so negotiable commissions have always been the case. It's just not as widespread. And now, really good agents have always had a value proposition. They can explain to you why they're making the commission and what they're going to do to help you as a homeowner. So maybe weaker agents are going to have a lot more harder time now if they get challenged about the commission. So from the standpoint of the advisor and the professional in the mortgage and real estate world, being able to explain your value, being able to disclose all fees, being able to exactly tell people where money is going and why, and putting them in the right situation, doing the right thing for your client is going to be more important than ever, which is great from that standpoint. So mortgage side, it's a lot easier to disclose. We have loan estimates and closing disclosures that disclose all the fees. Certain fees cannot go any higher once they have been disclosed. So we're a little protected on that end, and we've kind of gone through this, what the realtors are about to go through over the course of years coming out of the 2008 and 2009 recession. So we're a little bit more used to having to fight for our commission, fight for our value, compete against other companies. Right now in the mortgage side, there's this thing called trigger leads. Trigger leads are where you pull someone's credit, and then that client gets a million different calls by a million different other brokerages trying to fight for them, offering them a lower discount. Maybe they're going to remove their commission, or maybe they're going to give them a better interest rate, or whatever the case is, trying to win them over. So it's highly, highly competitive as a salesperson in the real estate and mortgage world. I think as a buyer's agent, this is just going to be their new change that they're going to find. But setting commissions, negotiating for commissions is not new, um, especially on the mortgage side. Like I said, we've coming out of that big recession. We've had to do it. Listing agents have been having to do it for a while with the 1% type listing agents, the people who will just list it for you as a discount brokerage. So really the couple questions to keep in mind, especially as a buyer, is are these agents, or are these mortgage professionals like myself, are we doing the right thing for you? Are we being transparent? What value are we bringing to you? Those are all the questions that are going to be ever more important as this lawsuit unfolds. Whether or not it affects housing prices, whether or not it affects if people can actually afford to pay for representation. Those are some unintended consequences that are come out of this, but I think nothing really changes. It's going to be the status quo for now. The person that is representing you, are they valuable? Do they have the right information for you? And can they produce the results that you're looking for? So nothing changes in that matter. But interesting news, exciting news. There will absolutely be fallout, but to be determined on when that is and just how much that is. Any other questions? Follow our channels. We'll try to keep up to date on this situation as we have for months and months as it has hit the courts officially. But very interesting. 2024 off to a hot start with all sorts of crazy news already. Stay tuned for more information about hopefully mortgage rates declining here, as this week is Fed week, and more fallout from the industry coming soon.